Hello, ladies and gents! I have a real treat for you this time around, featuring one of my secret favorites, the T32 T-Rate American Heavy Tank. And yes, I know, we did already have another T32 replay in the past, so I was actually holding on to this one for quite a while, not to swamp you with the same tank too close to each other. Now, however, it's time for Craven CBD, who was kind enough to send this replay in, to show us just how much the T32 can rock. 11,000 damage total, dealt, blocked and assisted. Strap yourselves in, and here we go. Alright, so here we are in our T32 on the good old Live Oaks map. Now Craven CBD is platooned here up with his buddies in the T44 and the Young Panther 2. Three very dangerous machines, especially as they are all top tier. This is a very tier 8 match, half of the teams are tier 8s, there are a couple of tier 7s and even some tier 6s. As we did see, this match is pretty much a 50-50, so we will have to do some work, especially as it seems to be a very heavy focused encounter. The enemy team has, I think, 8 of them, we have 7, so there should be a lot of action going down in the town. Which is actually one of the reasons, probably, why they decided to support this front. The T32 would not be lost on the other side, next to the railways as well. There are plenty locations there where you could go into a very effective hold-down position, and as we know, the T32 thrives in such locations. Absolutely monstrous turret armor, 298mm of frontal protection. Basically means, unless they can snipe your quite small cupola, you're pretty much impenetrable from the front to anything but the biggest guns in the game. However, this front will most probably need quite a bit of support, so let's go and see what we can do here. And oh boy, what the hell is this Chaffee doing here? Well, nothing useful really. Now, in the town we have to be extra careful with a machine like the T32, because, oops, and there is the enemy. Because we do have a very weak side armor. That said, whoops, that is the first tracking shot. It's not impossible to side scrape, as we can see, effectively. IS-6, by the way, is one of the better players, so we have to be careful about him. And there we see him. Already received 5 shots, only one of them penetrated, and only because we were tracked a little bit out of position over the corner, so they could shoot our lower plate. Good snipe in the M6 there. So you see, 76mm of side armor, typical very weak American heavy side. Means that if we over-angle just a little bit, we will receive a lot of damage. It's not really much about bouncing the shots, although we did get some. We have to get it exactly right for it to be an auto bounce. It's more like making the enemy shoot your tracks that take up most of the space on the sides. And if you can do that, the tracks will lead an insane amount of damage. Oh boy, VK4502A. Not the strongest of machines, at least in terms of armor. Don't have crazy good penetration. And yeah, there is the... oh, that's a little bit too late. Trying to shoot the flattened part of the IS-6 armor. Yep, that's the one. Although that might have actually been the turret ring. So the VK, that's one of the few machines that we won't have any problem shooting from the front, really. We do not have great penetration, 198mm with basic ammunition. Standard armor piercing. Even the APCR is not crazy good. So, have to be really careful with placing our shots. That said, you really can make this machine work. The rate of fire is not bad at all. Basically we have a base rate of fire of 10 rounds per minute, which with a good crew and the gunrunner we can push up to quite a nice effect. It's a good shot in the side of the VK. And look at this. Unfortunately, the damage blocked counter is a bit borked in this replay, so it won't show the numbers. But trust me, by the end of the match, we will have racked up a crazy amount of damage blocked. And look at this, we received 13 shots so far, only 2 of them did any damage. So that's how effective you can be, even with an American heavy, if you manage to side scrape correctly. Now, unfortunately, it's not all good news. There is the pesky ELC, and we will see a lot more from him later. But the real bad news is that the other side has completely fallen. It was basically a clean swipe. The town, we erased most of the heavy opposition. But exact same thing happened to our fellows over there by the tracks. Now I really like what Craven CPD is doing here. We rush to the strongest position we can be in if we don't want to snipe from the hill, which our buddies will do. If we can get into this depression, we can get hulled down, and that's the best possible situation you can put yourself in if you have to face a very strong opposition. And there is a lot that's coming our way. T29, Jagdtiger 88, Pershing, all good tanks, a lot of T-rates among them. FCM50T, also a dangerous machine. Not so well armored though, so we should be able to get some nice juicy shots at him, and we see only go up just to reveal our turret front, which we are absolutely happy if they are shoot at that. As long as we can avoid getting our frontal hull armor being shot at, we should be just fine. Frontal hull is not that bad actually, 127mm of firm, quite well sloped armor, but it's nothing compared to our turret. And there is a lot facing us that we would be able to go through that armor. So unfortunately the AMX is a real pain in the ass, keeps lighting us up. Luckily there is no artillery in this game, so we don't have to worry about getting rebalanced from above, otherwise this would be a completely different situation. Oops, FCM makes a move. Nope, gun depression is great on the T32, but not quite enough. 10 degrees was just not enough in this case, and whoa, there is the Firefly. And I think that was probably a bounce from the angled frontal plate. We think about going after that Jagdtiger. Getting the side of that would be really beneficial, because that's a very, very tough target if it's hulled down, and that's unfortunately a situation which he managed to put himself in there. So being up here in the front, oh, that's dangerous. Yep, we're in trouble now. Yeah, have to get back. Being out there, being shot by a Jagdtiger 88, that guy can pin us in place. And even with APCR, we don't have enough penetration to reliably go through that superstructure. The upper part of the superstructure on that machine is 255mm, even if he is not angling it, and he is now using his gun depression, so it's even worse. And our APCR ammunition has a penetration of 245. So most probably it will be a bounce. It would have to be a very lucky shot to go through, and we have absolutely no chance going through with regular AP ammunition. We would have to get the side for that to work. And oh, he might be turning his attention to our buddies, which is our opportunity. Oh, it dips just a little bit, hitting the ground. It would have been a very important shot. Now we could go for HE. Oh, there's the next opportunity. Yes, we managed to loop the shell in. So we could have gone for HE, but... and 80 damage. Whoa, that guy is shooting HE as well. Holy crap. He was on 60 something health, so probably one HE shell would not have been enough, hitting that very well armored upper superstructure. Oh, it just whizzes past the AMX. and that would have counted for a lot later in this game. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. So, the threat has been neutralized on this side of the map as well, which leaves a Pershing on 3 kills, a T29, which is a very dangerous machine, is the predecessor of the T32, but just as dangerous if it's hull down. And we have that pesky AMX. So, as we have conquered basically all the other sides of the map, let's now roll up on this side and see if we can take out those remaining enemies. I mean, right now we are 4 against 3. Not too bad. Have to be careful though. We are on half health. The T44 is basically on a third of his hit points. Jagdpanther 2 is still on full health though, so it doesn't look too bad. Now the FCM50T really should come with us. Staying there at the base is not the best decision, I think. I'm sure the AMX could come back to cap, but I think there are enough fast machines on the team that we could go back to reset in time. But it's a good thing that the squad is moving together. It's definitely the right thing to do. Let's get the most of our advantage. So far, 4000 damage done, already 5 kills between us, so I think we can say that this platoon carried the game quite a bit so far. It's not over yet though, and most probably those guys are dug in a strong position. Oh, and there they are. 329, caught in the open. Yes, perfect. Oh boy, the Jagdpanther 2 is getting slammed out by the enemy. Come on, we really need to take this guy out quickly. And that Pershing is chewing up the Jagdpanther, which is bad news, and there is the bloody AMX. That was not a bad attempt, but unfortunately got away and... oh. No, he makes a mistake, he stays up there. No, accuracy just won't be on our side today it seems. And this is a tricky situation, we really want to get the AMX. But that Pershing has just taken out the Jagdpanther 2 and that's a good shot and an important one. Very low roll though. So accuracy on this machine is 0.39, which is not great. But... oh, and that's a good roll. This time it was on our side, but not quite enough to take out the AMX, and the FCM did move up as the AMX was spotted, which is good. Unfortunately, in the meantime the Pershing, who just missed a shot on us and only tracked us, managed to take out the T44 as well. And that guy can be quite a dangerous machine as well. So we did see some low rolls and some high rolls. 320 average damage in this machine. Which means that we should be able to take this guy out in one shot. Fair amount of the time. He's hiding behind the rack though, so it will be a tricky shot. And there is no time. The FCM is chasing the AMX down the map. It's literally a one shot, he just has to sneeze in his direction and the AMX will go up in flames. But first is first, let's deal with this annoying Pershing. Switching to APCR now, which is the right thing to do with it's less than 1.5 minutes left of this game. We make a move, angle it up a little bit, it bounces. This is a dangerous move, but necessary. We can't go on and snipe from across the map on this guy, he is in a too strong of a position for that. But using that T29 should give us enough cover. It's a tricky shot, but straight to the gun mantlet. Taken out. We have a dead driver though and damaged tracks, so we can't really go after the AMX. Come on, FCM. Come on, mate, you can do it. Chase down that guy. They literally went all around the map in anti-clockwise direction. Oh, this is close, this is very close. The AMX obviously has no... It seems the FCM is a little bit flustered by now. AMX has absolutely no intention of feeding us the kill, which is understandable. But he's coming this way. Can we maybe get a shot? It's 10 seconds to go. Come on, let's do this. The FCM lost sight of the AMX. Very good. And clock is up. And there he was. Oh my god. What an absolute heartbreak. But I don't think there was much more than what we could have done in that game. I mean, sure, it's super annoying that ELC AMX got away on such a low health, but taking him out for its entire 400 HP with one shot had almost no chance. Our gun has an alpha damage of 320, so we would have to roll the highest possible value for that to happen. Then again, I think this game was overall bloody well played, exploiting the strengths of the machine to the maximum. And you don't see someone sidescrape this effectively with an American heavy everyday either. So, a draw it is in the end with a well-earned ace tanker high caliber steel wall trio, plus our first mark of excellence to sweeten the deal a little. Looking at the team results, the just over 5000 damage and the 4 kills brought us an over 1500 base experience game even on a draw, which is not surprising considering that we did basically more damage than 2/3 of our own team combined and twice as much as our teammate behind us. To get this much damage done, we fired 33 times in total, 24 of which hit the target and only 17 of those penetrated as well. Let's just say that the T32 isn't really well known for its great penetration. Our armor did hold up perfectly, however, blocking 19 of the 25 shots received, worth over 5000 damage, which is over 3 times of our own health pool. And in the end, even as we made over 73,000 credits in this game, firing those APCR rounds meant that we barely managed to break even with a premium account. Talk about an upsetting match. Big thanks to Craven CBD once again for sending in this great replay. I hope you guys did enjoy this T32 adventure as well. If so, thanks a lot for considering giving this a like or sharing it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you again in one of the next videos.